Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
That is the problematic one, especially in lawns and so forth. They are quite actually problematic. But for this bigger leaves and the pinkish flowers, it's the indigenous one.
So it's actually flowering also, but I think it's sort of flowering coming to an end now.
Just one thing that I'm actually quite passionate about is, so we've got some ferns here.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so even though the people say we are in a desert country, we don't have a lot. There is ferns that actually, there's also a couple of different species. I don't know if you know the name.
This one is called Kailanthus malothi. You know, they are called resurrection plants. They also come in the group of these resurrection plants. Kailanthus is very interesting because it looks like it's dead at some point, but then when it rains, it actually becomes green again. There's another one which is called Palea calomelanos. We will see it, but where they occur, they kind of hide. So they are like shaded in rock crevices because it's very dry. So this means this is not very sunny slope. You know, that's why they can exist. So they select their habitat very carefully.
Yeah. So if anybody tells you but Namibia is desert, there's not much going on. The proof is there.
It's a friend, for example.
We've got all groups of plants here, all of them in Namibia. Conifers, we've got our own.
All right, lilies, but okay, this one is already flowered. You can see that fan. That disticusly arranged leaf, that's beautifully arranged. That's called Buffone distica. It's actually arguably the most poisonous lily in Africa, if not the world. Arguably, that one. So it's got a huge bulb and it's very hardy. It occurs up to Ethiopia. It's rich in these very poisonous chemicals or compounds, and it's people use it, especially the witch doctors. They use the substance because it's also hallucinogenic. So if people smoke it, you know, you go to
Holland.
You go somewhere.
To where?
To Holland.
You go. So they connect the spirits by smoking them, but it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. So this is one of the most dangerous, most poisonous. It's more poisonous, I think, than even the Adenium. So I think this is the most poisonous plant that we have in the garden, arguably.
If the flowers is pollinated, then it actually forms like a roundish
inflorescence, or
they actually, more correctly, the inflorescence. Like a round ball, but it's not as tight as what for example a soccer ball. And then as the wind blows it through the field, okay, obviously this is very slopey, but in areas where it's more space and flat, as it then turns, the capsules that where the seeds is being pollinated, they then at some stage burst open or is broken open, and that is also a effective way how the seeds are dispersed through
it's actually called tumbleweed for that reason, because it's seen normally tumbling. You see that inflorescence will be tumbling, dispersing the seeds in the process.
So it's also interesting how the plants use different ways to disperse it. It's not only through birds, but also through wind or animals, or different methods how the seeds is dispersed through to actually then ensure the survival of them.
Interesting show. Would this be
It's a different.
lichens?
Yes.
No, the lichen is this one.
Oh yeah?
No, this is a moss.
Yeah.
This is a moss.
moss.
No, the lichens
What
normally
would
are
this
these
be?
ones that are,
Yeah.
that are.
This is quite interesting.
So the green stuff is like the mosses also. It's quite on the rocks. So it's also some very lower
This
plants,
is the other.
primitive plants.
That's the other.
Other fern.
Fern. Yeah.
For those of you that might be interested, here is 2 different species of ferns.
Yeah.
Here is actually one close by, so you can just perhaps have a look. The one is more like roundish leaves, and then the other one is like the more common leaf.
You can see the position where they are. They are hiding rock crevices. So that's a layer. Although not flowering, this is also quite interesting. It's used as a medicinal plant. Tetradinia, riparia. You can actually also smell it. It's in the same family, like the like the osmum. That is just smell this one. Very very nice. They use it. Sometimes I'm told if people are having bad dreams, nightmares, you can, I don't know, probably put it under your pillow or something like that.
Yeah.
So they use it traditional for that. But it's quite an interesting one. You can also just smell it. It's got quite a distinctive. It's very distinctive. Yeah. But it's highly medicinal. It's used for various treatments. Hello. You want to smell it?
Yeah.
Don't eat it, smell
Want to eat it? Just smell it.
das echte verändert sich immer.
Luckily, most of these Lamiaceae or the mint family, they're not poison. They're not.
His family is the mint family.
It's the mint family.
Mint family. No wonder he's
They're not poisonous at all.
That's really excites me. Is that
Look at the difference. And it's got the sorus and under the spores on the under surfaces of the.
No, but it really just excites me.
It is very much efficient. Excellent stuff here. All right. What?
Is the Boschian stone.
Boschian.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cover that this.
This is very interesting. Elephant horizon. There are actually two species of this shrub. It's called elephant horizon. It's called elephant foot because it's there's a term that they use. It's called geoxylic. It's got such an. It looks small, as a tree, but it's got such a huge root. So it's called elephant horizon.
Yeah.
So it means elephant root. So the root is like big. So it actually it's bigger underground than above the ground. What is this used for? Tanning.
Tanning leather.
Leather.
Yes.
So it's also quite useful traditionally. So in Namibia we've got only two species. This elephant horizon. Is it three now? All right.
I think there are 3.
Okay. Francisco correcting me.
Safruti.
Cosa. This is this one.
And another.
And another one, which is
smaller.
Which is smaller.
Very, very small. Yeah.
It's quite.
It makes very nice flowers, by the way. Yellowish flowers. When it makes flowers, it's when it doesn't have the leaves. Because it doesn't want the leaves competing with the
So after a while, we have seen much of it come to same hole. You know, we used to have a lot of aloes. You know, the Windhoek aloe.
I just wait perhaps for the rest of the group.
Okay, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Aloes, yeah.
I actually wanted to talk, but
Okay, you can also.
hopefully to.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I would saw some of the live ones, but
Yeah, it's very interesting that they are not. Well, hopefully they're recovering. I hope.
okay, it seems now. Okay. It's known for as the Windhoek aloe. Aloe littoralis.
Littorals, yeah.
Yeah. It actually, if they are in flower, okay, unfortunately due to the rain that has fallen in the past few years, a lot of them actually fell over and died. Because it is not it's more like a succulent.
Yeah.
So it doesn't like a lot of water.
Yeah.
And I think with a more like an abnormal amount of rain that it got,
Yeah.
but it only shows the signs of dying after a lot of rain. So it's not an immediate effect. Then there is also a
It's the pest.
Yeah, a pest that actually eat in
I don't know.
the growth tip.
Yeah.
It actually eats that, and then it helps for the plant to die, because the aloes have only got one growth tip. If that is damaged,
That's it.
the plant die. There's unfortunately no way how you can just prune it or cut it off and it will regrow again. But that is one have to realize that that's part of life, of the nature cycles. We are fortunate. I see there is a small aloe that actually comes out there again. So that is what I said there, right? Basically at the start, is the main thing for a plant is survival. That's why it tries to produce seeds as fast as possible, or then if it doesn't produce that or survive through seeds,